He doesn't have it hooked up correctly. Look this up. Oh man. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna sit down. It's late at night here. It's like 12 o'clock. I got a flight that lands super late tomorrow. So I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna go through, or this movie, and I'm gonna break up the scenes that do make sense, don't make sense, and stuff that's Hollywoodized. And let's do it right now. Okay, so right here, you can see, let's go back 10 seconds. Approaches, he grabs her first. Accurate. You never pass a survivor. So he comes up, he grabs this lady. Also, that guy does have flotation. Mind you, not the best flotation, but you never are able to pass a survivor with flotation. So when you go through rescue school, one of the one laws you don't break. So sees her, doesn't have flotation on, and instantly grabs her, realizes this is the first person I need to go out, because the number one thing that's gonna keep someone their survivability, that's how do I say it logically? The number one thing that is a predictor of whether someone will survive at sea or not is whether or not they have flotation. That's the number one thing. So flotation, instantly getting them out. Good call. So all those calls there, the crew chief are making forward and right 15. He's guiding the helicopter onto the actual survivor and the swimmer. The reason why he's doing that is because the pilots, once they get over the, let's go back 10 seconds. So, boom. Okay, so you see where the crew chief is right there. He's looking down. The pilots don't know. If you're the swimmer looking up, you and the crew chief are the only people who have the situational awareness on that rescue right now. The pilots, unless this forward-looking infrared is slowed down, but more than likely, they're painting the picture. So basically what they're doing is they're giving the pilots inputs, forward 10, forward 15, forward and right, to bring them on top of the actual survivor. So it is essentially the same thing as blindfolding someone, putting them on the crane game, and then you giving them directions in order to pick up a ball, but a lot harder. So let's keep going. He doesn't have it hooked up correctly. Look this up. Oh man. Unless the Coasties are doing it different, and it's very likely, but that thing is literally flipped inside out, and then it's hooked and tightened into her chest instead of over her arms. I mean, maybe, but I highly doubt it. Maybe it's like a quick fix. I mean, it would make sense. Let's keep going.
We have a tail rotor de-ice caution light. Any secondary? Circuit breakers are in, so it definitely has failed. No.
Okay, so an actual tail rotor de-ice caution light. They're flying in inclement weather. You don't need a secondary to know that it's probably not working. Like, and that giant bump, one, it probably wouldn't happen. But like, that's the one thing you need for counter torque in the aircraft to make sure that you don't start spinning uncontrollably. Like, it's a big red light in my book. I would not feel comfortable at all in that aircraft right now. I would be thinking, oh shit, how far away are we from base? Is there another aircraft that's ready to go? Like, I would not want to enter a rescue with that light on, especially because you're going to be in a hover. Okay, so obviously, the hoist is attached to the helicopter. So one, lost the tail rotor, lost the anti-torque. There's no way for the helicopter to actually stay in a stationary position, like this. So it's going to start spinning out of control. Instead of that crew chief sticking their head out the window, what he should have done was sheared the hoist. There is a switch in the cabin that's covered that is for situations exactly like this, where they will, if they know they're going to go down and they have someone on the line, the moment that they start going under, or the moment that they basically, that dude lost his tail rotor, they got hit by that thing, the first thing he should have done was sheared that hoist for this exact reason.